Family, Jamie here, and this is my first Facebook Live video, which one is terrifying. So if you read the title, Courage Takes Practice, this is scary. I am nervous, but I'm doing it anyway. So thank you for watching. Practice has kind of been a buzzword for the past couple months for me. I often write things off as not being good at them. I'm not a good cook. Have you tasted my meals? No. I'm not a good basketball player. Not really good at math. Not good at flute player. Brings me back to my 6th grade days, Miss Robson. I never practiced. So, not really good at forgiving. Not good at forgiveness. Maybe I'm not a good mom. But I'm really starting to look inside myself and say, Jamie, these are skills. Parenting is a skill. Being a good cook or eat edible for my husband to eat edible food is a skill. I need to practice these things. So what I'm doing is I'm practicing courage right now. I'm making my courage muscle stronger. I have been bullied and I have been the bully. Neither of them feel good. And I have been stood up for by people who love me. And I have also been stood up for by strangers. And I have not been stood up for. And that felt really crappy. So today, I'm practicing courage. I'm practicing standing up. Here's a quote that is driving me today. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear. So, am I scared? Am I stepping out of my comfort zone? Yes. But I'm not letting fear drive what I'm doing right now. I'm letting love drive what I'm doing. And what's the only difference that I can make? The only difference, the only thing I control, me. Pointing fingers, 3 back at me. So I am taking a look at myself only. That's it. I like to watch inspirational movies as well as comedies. Huge fan of Adam Sandler. But one of the ones that I like is 42. Jackie Robinson, the first African American to play in the MLB. And I always cry at the end. Why do I cry? Oh, because it's Jamie. You cry. Duh. Shocking, right? One, I cry because I put myself in his position and I feel all of the things that he must have felt. And I cry. 2, had I been put in that position, would I have had the courage to continue? The courage to continue the fight, the courage to stand up for what I believe in, and that's what scares me. That's another reason why I cry, is I don't know. I don't know. But I'm practicing that today. So, one of the stories I have to tell you guys is when I worked at a gym in Germany, there was a combative room and an aerobic room. We always used to have to vacuum it, and you know what I'm talking about. And they were joining rooms, so I could hear what other people were talking about. And there was 2 really big, burly, I go to the gym every day, men, and they were making fun of someone who wasn't there, another soldier, someone who was a lot scrawnier than they were, but I knew that all 3 of them, they all went to the gym every day. And they were saying really hateful things about him, and I could hear it. And I got this physiological response, Jamie, this is not okay. You gotta go over there. And then there's other part of me that was like, ooh, no, they go to the gym every day, Jamie. Do not go over there. They're gonna spread a dirty rumor about you, or they are gonna think you're an idiot, or I don't know. But I chose to go over there. And I said something, and I don't know what happened, but I followed my heart, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I feel like I have to do this. I've also been in other situations where I haven't stood up. So I'm not just saying oh, that always happens, no. But I'm focusing on this today. If you want world peace, go home and love your family. So I'm focusing on love and compassion and showing Cora that every time we go on stroller rides, we pick up trash. We don't complain about it. We just pick it up. And what we've also started is shaking the hands of our neighbors, introducing ourselves and shaking the hands of our neighbors and saying, hi, I'm so-and-so, how are you? And that's been really fun. Another thing that was really cool that we did today was I went to a nursing home and I picked up an 88-year-old and a 94-year-old, and I was with Cora, and we went to our local mosque and we dropped off flowers and words and cards with words of encouragement and support. And this comes to mind, this Bible verse. You shall not oppress a stranger, since you yourselves know the feelings of a stranger, for you also were strangers in the land of Egypt. I personally identify as a Christian, so I pray to God that I will never know what it's like to be persecuted for practicing my faith. And to think that these people might have that fear for practicing their faith really hurts me. I'm trying to put myself in their shoes. We may not have the same beliefs, but I have no idea what it's like to go to my place of worship and have a question in my head, is this going to be here tomorrow or is it going to be burned down? And that scares me too. So I also did another terrifying thing today, and I practiced my courage muscle. I contacted a friend from my youth that I didn't have enough courage to stand up for. I wrote her a letter and I said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for hurting you, and I'm sorry for the pain that I caused you. And I can make you one promise. I'm going to promise that I'm going to raise my daughter to be better than me and to not let fear drive her actions. And that was hard. That was really hard. So I am telling you guys this because this is all I can control right now, is to look at myself. I want to thank you guys all for listening. I really, really appreciate it, because this was really scary for me. And I really, truly love you guys. And I would stand up for every one of you guys. And I will also continue to fight this fight and to be diligent. I'm not going to use name calling on either sides or whatever, but I'm going to fight for people who are not as privileged as I am, because that is truly what my heart is telling me to do, and I can't ignore that. My Uncle Cliff always told me, be true to yourself, and that's what I'm choosing to do right now.